Okay, I'm back, and it's another unboxing day for me with this little guy, the new Sony A7 IV. Pretty excited about this. I was a user of the Sony A7 III ever since it came out. Actually, all the cameras that I've had, and just talk about it as I'm unboxing this, I've had every single A7 series since the A7 I. So I had the original A7, and then when the A7 II came out, I upgraded to the A7 II, then I upgraded to the A7 III, and I've been long awaiting the A7 IV since then, because the A7 III came out, I think, maybe back in 2018 or something like that, or 2017. So I've had it for a few years, and that was a great camera. What I'm recording with actually is the A7C that I've been using for a few months now, because my sister actually wanted to buy an A7 III, so I told her, hey, why don't I sell you mine, and I'll get the A7C in the meantime, and then whenever the A7 IV comes out, which it has, I'll get it at that point. So the very first thing we're greeted with, of course, is paperwork and warranty information. So we'll set that stuff to the side. Okay. And then we open up the flap, and that's all there is to it. It's actually pretty minimal packaging. We have the Sony Alpha kind of strap. Feels like maybe it might be kind of like a fakeish leather. Let's give it the smell test. Yeah, smells like it might be a fake leather strap. So we'll set that to the side. In this little pouch here, let's see what we have. We have a USB-A to USB-C cable, so we can use this for charging the camera, plus also for data transfers if you want to transfer to your computer. I actually personally use that because I use a Mac Mini, which doesn't have an SD card slot, so I just connect it directly via USB-C. So let's see what else we got here. And this little pouches over here feel like kind of cloth-ish kind of pouches. They're not plastic. So we have a wall adapter with that USB-A end on it. Here is the battery, and it's the same battery cell that's in the A7 III. I know that it's the Sony Z battery, and we'll see what the battery life is like on that. The NP-FZ100 battery pack. So as far as I'm aware, it's the same exact battery pack in the Sony A7 III and in the A7C. So I'll hold that to the side, and then it looks like the very last thing is the camera itself. So let me set that to the side. Also kind of in a pouch, no kind of bubble wrap or any other protective packaging on it other than this. And we'll take a look at the camera itself and give my impressions of it. So there she is. Very nice. So I'm used to now using the A7C with the thinner grip. So the first in-hand feel is that, yeah, feels pretty good. It's pretty light. The grip really is a lot deeper than I'm used to now on the Sony A7 III. So that's the A7 IV. And I think since I have the A7C, it's what I'm filming on. I'll put in some comparisons of what it looks like size-wise compared to the A7C if anyone wants to look at. So some of the new things for the A7, regular A7 series, is the flippy screen. Of course, we have the big old full-frame sensor. And I think one of the new features is that there's now a shutter that drops down when you have it plugged in. So when you're changing lenses, you don't expose the sensor to dust, which is a nice feature. I'm looking forward to that because I do switch between prime lenses. And I find oftentimes over time that I'll have sensor dust built in. So that's it with the battery. And yeah, feels kind of hefty actually. I can go ahead and put on one of my lenses and we'll see what it looks like with the lens on. So here I have the 35mm G Master 1.4 lens. So we'll pop that lens on. Yeah, it's a pretty good look. It's actually kind of hefty in the hand, but feels good and looks good. And I'm excited to use it and get to know all of the features. And for the foreseeable future, probably until there's an A7 IV, this will be my camera for all my personal photography and for recording these YouTube videos. And very likely I'll sell the A7C. I'm kind of considering that maybe I'll keep it around as a B cam, but for me, I don't really make a living off of photography or even YouTube, so I'm not sure if it's monetarily, if it makes sense to keep around a second camera that I use just occasionally for different angles and things like that. So I'll go through the setup, but that's what it looks like. I know some of the differences with the A7 III. I don't have it to compare now, but now we have these kind of flip out doors for the ports instead of dangling flappy doors that were on the A7 III. So this is a nice change to see. Same thing with the strap rings. These don't flip around anymore to make all that clacking sound. Also kind of nice, but I'm a fan of Peak Design's little straps, so I always remove those in my previous cameras and just put the Peak Design loop right through that tiny hole over there, so I didn't worry about the sound. But it's nice to see that Sony have taken those little small kind of quality of life improvements into consideration. So nice looking camera. And that's about it for the unboxing. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Hope that helps some of you out there. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.